Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Pop Preview, where today we're going to be watching the Tomorrow World War Tomorrow War trailer. Easy for me to say, hard for everybody else.
English is hard.
It can be sometimes. It shouldn't be, but it can be. Joining me today, Bogz across the pond. How you doing today, Bogz?
Yeah, well, good. Not heard too much about this, I'll be honest. Did see a few, I think, photo images or still images or backstage, behind the scenes photos of it, I think, but don't know what the plot's about. Obviously, know who's the star, but other than that, I'm coming in blind. So, I'm hoping they hook me in.
Yeah, coming a little bit blind myself, so I can't lie. But joining us is Soul. How's it going, Soul?
Going good. This is with Chris Pratt. That's literally the only thing I know about it. Other than that, it's an Amazon production. So I'm going in blind. Chris Pratt, I like the movies he's in, but it's kind of one of those, okay, is this going to be a good Amazon movie? Is it going to be a bad Amazon movie? Let's see with this trailer.
Well, I mean, they mean well, and they just recently bought MGM, so I think a lot more movies will be in their future. So let's just take a look and see what we got.
Okay, none of you are my child. Has anyone seen Miri?
Aww. We are fighting a war 30 years in the future.
Is this a joke?
Our enemy is not human. We need you to fight.
I got drafted.
I will be back.
Why is this happening? What about the teachers' deferment and the veterans' deferment?
If I don't go, they're going to draft you in my place. But if something does happen to me, you and Miri will be taken care of.
If something happens to you, Dan, 70% of draftees do not return.
Sometimes a man does what's best for his family, not himself.
Move your shirt, please.
Wait, what is this for?
It's just a test.
Oh, a seatbelt. Was it a driving test? No? You don't have jokes in the future?
This device facilitates your jump to and from the future war.
1 minute to jump.
Oh, here, buddy. Take that. You just look around like that.
How are you so calm?
Long story.
Are you ex-military?
Yeah. Kind of a short story, I guess.
3, 2, 1.
In 11 months' time, all human beings in the future will be wiped from the face of the earth. Unless you help us.
I was trying to save my daughter. If I gotta save the world to save her, then I'm gonna do it.
This is the end. The human species will disappear from the face of the earth. We are literally living on borrowed time.
There's still a chance that we can stop this war from ever happening. So we gotta fight.
Well, it's nice knowing you.
Don't show the alien. Don't do it. Okay. There you go. All right. Interesting. I like the concept. I like the trailer. I really do. It's something that I think I would go to see it in the theater to see. So yeah, it worked for me. Bogz, what do you think?
Yeah, I liked it too. Pleasantly surprised. I did get Terminator vibes off it in terms of not the actual Android, but the time traveling aspect of it being sent to the past and stuff, or to the future, whatever. It seems good action stuff. The cast looks good as well. I did know I've just recently watched Promising Young Woman, so his kind of army guy he was fixing the gun with, he's in that. And then it's the lady, Yvonne Strahovski. I'm a big Handmaid's Tale fan. She's one of the leads in that. So nice to see her. J.K. Simmons, of course. So yeah, it seems interesting enough. And, Chris Pratt, always like him. He's really funny and stuff. Action looks good. So yeah, interesting to see. You know, I'm a sci-fi guy, so it's ticking a lot of boxes. Action, you know, good cast, funny. Yeah, so I'm pretty much in by the sounds of it. I don't know if it will be released in theaters at all. It looks like a Amazon exclusive, but yeah, I'm interested. Yeah, it's good.
Well, I know Amazon would be a fool not to release this in theaters, because I think when you get a cast like that, if you just release it on Amazon Prime, it doesn't have the allure as if it was in theaters and then went to Amazon Prime. And I think that's the strategy they need to take, especially now that they got MGM. Is like, if James Bond is going to be going to theaters, which it would look better going to theaters and then be on Amazon Prime versus just popping up in Amazon Prime. You're like, what's this? I don't know what this is. But then if you've seen it in the theater and you knew it was there, like, oh, okay, it has more of an allure to it than if it's just dumped on Amazon Prime.
Especially like a big action adventure movie.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like this premise of like, hey, the human race is getting defeated in the future, so let's get humans from the past. It's another interesting way of doing the time travel thing, because that trope has been around for so long. This is a new, interesting take on it. So for that reason alone is why I want to go see this movie, to see like how well do they execute this element of time travel. So what do you think?
I think too, sometimes they might just be putting it only on Prime because they know what they have. To be, this trailer didn't really get me that much, because Chris Pratt's acting kind of in it didn't sell me. It felt weird amidst everything else. Also, I'm trying to get the time travel logic here, which obviously in the trailer, getting the time travel logic, you probably have to see the movie. But different theories of time travel, it's if you go into the future, you're helping their future, but you're not helping your own future. So why would anyone go into the future to help another future? Because it'd be a different time loop than what yours is. It would make more sense if people from the future were coming back saying, our planet is getting destroyed. Let us teach you how to fight these aliens that you're going to fight in a few months. That would have made more sense of a story. For me, going into the future, really, to me at the moment, I'm like, well, how's that going to save your timeline? You're going to another one. So that's, I want to see how the time travel logic works. And it could sway me in a good way. So the action looks good. The effects look good. I always love J.K. Simmons, so like I want to watch everything that he's a part of because he's such a phenomenal actor. But this is kind of I'll watch at home. I'm not at a let's go see this in the theater super excited about it.
Well, you're right. So because every time travel movie has to explain how their version of time travel works. That's like when Avengers Endgame, they were like, well, in Back to the Future it's this, but for us it's that. So I think you're right. This movie has to explain how their time travel works, and I'm pretty sure they have to. Otherwise, then they don't really have a movie. But I'm assuming, I shouldn't assume, I'm assuming that it will make some kind of sense, and then otherwise you just go with it. But just the gimmick alone of just like, hey, we're losing in the future, let's go to the past and like get humans to help reinforce ourselves, is a very interesting take. It is, like Bogz says, it's very Terminator-ish. Like, oh, we're losing. The Skynet's like, fuck this. We'll just go to the past and kill John Connor before he's even born. Mm-hmm. Like, okay.
And the legality and the, like, just the, what's the word for it? I'm missing the word. But just of getting people, drafting people. Because when you draft people for a war, they're joining an effort that they're not choosing to join. They're being forced to join. So it's you're trusting these people who are coming from the future to tell you something, and you're instituting a draft. Like, we didn't see, oh, let's ask for volunteers first, and then if we don't get enough, we'll get draftees. It's like the fact that they use the word draft. So that's interesting to me too, and that's kind of intrigues me about this movie, because you're trusting people from a quote unquote future.
Well,
it's also directed by Chris McKay, who's directed the Lego Batman movie, which I quite liked, and being the whole with the ensemble, the respecting the law, and bringing in different characters. It looks like a good ensemble here. So that whole kind of vibe of that movie and the humor, I do hope they bring it into that. I kind of got the loose shavings of that So yeah, obviously because they go from like a range of different like locations, and it's a big scale movie, so it looks like they're doing the same thing with this. So yeah, interesting. It's definitely tickling my it's got my interest, put it that way. And
I just hope to help Soul, like I get what you're saying. I think to help you, I'm hoping that time travel already exists in the current time, and then they're using it to like, hey, well, in the future, this is what's gonna happen. We really need, like, because otherwise, if it's just like 2021 regular times, and then just like, oh, time travel exists, and not only does it exist now, the aliens are going to, like, it's be a lot for that movie to explain. But if they set up where, yeah, it's whatever year time travel exists, like blah 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 blah.
It feels like they're in the time of now in the beginning of the trailer. Obviously, that could be wrong, but it feels like that. And I think too, it's just like, if I watch this movie, how much of a suspension of disbelief do I have to have? Because every movie you go into, especially with sci-fi, you have to suspend your disbelief a little bit. And I love sci-fi movies. I love sci-fi books. Those kind of things interest me. From this trailer, it looks like I have to suspend a lot of disbelief to kind of just go in and just be like, okay, this is a dumb action film, instead of going in saying, oh, this is going to be a good movie that you have to think about. Like, kind of like an Arrival, with Arrival that like tickled your brain as well as watching something great, where this movie just looks like, oh, I'm just going to watch it for the fun. It's not really going to tickle my brain in a way.
Well, I'm more or less think that just the concept is what's getting me in. Like, Chris Pratt doesn't look great in this, but I'm not going for him. I'm going for this concept. This concept is what's hooked me. So that's why I'm going. So I'm hoping that part works, because that's the only part I'm really interested in. Is just like, oh, this is an interesting take on time travel. Looks interesting. If that doesn't work, the movie's probably not going to work for me at all. So, but that's just me. I hear what you're saying. I'm hopefully it does make sense, because it sounds like if it doesn't for you, movie's not going to work. Bogz sounds like he's just like, oh, it looks interesting, looks like a good time. I'm gonna have fun with it.
Try, basically.
Yeah. So
I'm being the Sean today. I'm being the negative one.
I'm not negative. I'm more realistic. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. Yeah, I know what I like. There's only one element that's grabbing me here. Just the time travel thing. Nothing else really. And if that doesn't work, I'm out. Like, I'm not gonna like it. But either way, that's what we think. It's funny, all three different perspectives. I like it. I like it a lot. But let us know what you guys think. Does the time travel thing interest you? What do you think about Chris Pratt? Just tell us. Let us know what you think in the comments. Also, like and subscribe to all those great things. It comes out in July, so I don't know if they would have another trailer before then.
It was long as well. It was like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was. I mean, well, I think that's more or less like, hey, there's a plane flying over. Sorry. It's busy. What are you gonna do? I think they're more or less just like, hey, just so you know, this is still coming. So I don't know if we would get another trailer. I doubt it, but you never know. But still, if it's just on Amazon Prime, I'm gonna watch it. If it's in the theaters, second billing, maybe third. I don't know. Not top bill. Not top bill. But
I love how he makes his own showings, list. Like 1 will be this, 2 will be this. Not sure.
Well, yeah, I mean,
he's gonna spend all day at the theater.
I would.
At the theater.
I would and I have.
But watching movies.
Yes, I would and I have. So top billing, just to explain it, top billing is something that's actually...
No, we understand it. We understand your methods.
Well, I'm explaining it to the audience.
They're just weird.
No, it's like a movie that will get me to the theater. A second billing is something that, like, I'm killing time. Like, I have nothing else to do for the rest of the day. I'll watch this. Third billing is just like, whatever. It might be a movie to get me to the other movie, depending upon, like, if there's a gap between the top billing and the second billing. Like, I just might watch another movie to kill time for that other one.
Ay, Dios.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but you're absolutely crazy, Sean. But yeah.
Yeah,
I may be.
No, yeah, it makes sense. You're just insane.
Yeah.
But it's
I'm not
okay.
insane.
We love you. We love you anyways.
If you think I'm the only person to see 3 movies in a day, then you two are insane.
I don't think you're the only person. I'm just saying the people who go to the theater and see 3, 4, 5 movies in one day, that's not doing like a Marvel marathon thing that's like every once in a while. Like, you're crazy. I still love you, but you're crazy.
I've done the Marvel marathon and 5 movies. Oh, I shouldn't say. I'm about to say something that wasn't true. I said I wouldn't see 5 movies, but I've done that. With those marathon things, I've done that. Yes, the Marvel. I have done that. So I'm about to say something that wasn't true. But either way, we're going off on a tangent. Yeah, I'm curious about this movie. We'll watch it and we'll leave it at that. Let us know in the comments what you think. But until then, we'll probably do a review on it because it looks interesting. So for Bogz, Soul, and myself, take care.